Well, once again we're loaded up, just about to pray up and mount up and get cracking. Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Once more, we're on the Napier Taihape Road and heading for the Oxbow in Kirapaponga. And looking across there on the hills, it's a bit murky, but still a nice trip out. And there we are, officially once more into the Kaweka Forest Park. Almost feels like we're coming home. And then that murky weather decided to kick in just a little bit. It wasn't much, more of a misty low cloud or light drizzle. Typical weather up in here from time to time. Typical weather in the mountains, really. And there's Kirapaponga, socked in with cloud. And the first glimpse of the campgrounds. Down past the Cameron car park and then turn into the Oxbow at Kirapaponga. And just as we're driving in, I'd like to have a big shout out to Morgan. Morgan from Napier, one of my subscribers. Hi Morgan, thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and maybe someday we can catch up for a coffee, that'll be cool. Okay, we arrived up at Kirapaponga. This is a winter camp, and I thought the last time I was going to be here a couple of months ago would have been the last camp of the year. But since then I've got some new gear, and I thought I'd come and check it out and give you a wee report on it. The tent is just set up there, in behind it I'll set the tarp up and set up the kitchen stuff. But I got the tent set up first. The weather's okay here. It's pretty mucky and it's pretty wet. They've had a few days of rain, so goodness knows what the river is like, which I'm relying on that for my fresh water, but I'll be able to filter that out. But as you can see, the sky is a little bit murkier there. However, it's reasonably warm, which I don't expect to continue. There's a big anticyclone coming. We've got 2 or 3 days of fine weather once this clears away. So I'm expecting some fairly cold weather. Anyway, I'll show you a couple of bits of the new kit that I've got. Now, okay, the last time I was out here, I got a bit cold in the night, and I realised my sleeping bag wasn't that good. My sleeping system itself wasn't that good. So I went out and had a good look around, did some research, and got this a new sleeping pad. Now, what they're saying about a 4-season pad and getting down to 0 Celsius and that sort of thing, you need at least an R5. I can't remember what the R means, but if you've got anything other than that, you're sort of a 3-season sleeping kit. This is rated about 5.2, I believe, so I'm hoping that will help with keeping cool. It's a nice little kit. I've had it out once, blew it up, so it's a good size. It comes with its own bag for blowing up, so you're not huffing and puffing, so that helps me a lot. So we'll be trying that out and putting it on. And the other thing that I've got, which I'm really excited about, and that's the new transverse Ranfurly sleeping bag. Now, it's not very big, and that's because it's down. It's the first down bag that I've had, and this is rated at a comfort value, or a comfort level of minus 15 degrees Celsius. So I was really made quite sure that it was the comfort value at that, and it was quite cheap. It was under $400, and I got this from hunting and fishing in Napier. They just to give them a plug, they don't give me any discounts or anything, but to give them a plug, they were very, very good. Didn't have one in stock, but they had it in the next day, and made sure that everything was right. The service couldn't have been better, so a big shout out to them. But looking forward to sleeping in this tonight. Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. And one of the other things I got was a new utensils set. Now, I was just looking around, as you do, on different sites, and I got onto Kmart on the camping gear, and they had this little kit with everything in it, and it's all very, very compact. So I'll show you that when we get to it as well. But in the meantime, I'll get things set up and have a bit of lunch, and I'll see you later on. Okay, here we go. We just got a little bit more set up. There's the tent, got the tarp set up over here. That might look a little bit skew-whiff or crooked. It's supposed to be. It'll help with the rain runoff. But got the bike or the trike set up on the other side here and got it covered up. So now I'm going to go for a little walk down and get some water. So you can see it's pretty close. That's where I was camped down over there the last time I was here. But I thought we might be just a smidge more sheltered here. Bit better place to set the tarp up and a different configuration on it. So the sky's still looking a bit yucky. It's still trying to be a drizzly, but I think it's more low cloud than anything else. And of course our little mate has come to see us. So we'll go for a wander. Now I'll see you down at the river. Well, we can hear the river down there, and it'd be interesting to see just how far up it is, and if it's particularly dirty, but the couple of bits I can see it's pretty green, so that means it's got some snow melt, and all the mud and the dirt and stuff is gone. So that'd be cool. Although it's up, it's pretty clean, so that's great. So there we go. Certainly a lot higher than it was, but it's a lot cleaner than I thought it was going to be. That's really good. Oh, that's great. Really pleased. The filter won't be working overtime now. Okay, so that's mission accomplished. Got ourselves a bit of water. We'll go back up to the camp now, and we'll get the filtering underway. Okay, the other thing I was talking about is the other bit of kit that I've got is the utensil set. And I got this from Kmart. So it comes in a nice bag, zips up, opens out, and there you have it. You've got tongs, you've got a big fork like a toasting fork or a carving fork, you've got a egg slice. I put in the wooden spoon, pair of scissors. Here you've got a big spatula sort of a thing. I guess that's if you're catching fish or whatever. A nice kitchen knife. So that's really good. And the other thing is a good little cutting board. Which is good. I did have a ladle. I took that out because I couldn't see any use for a ladle out here, which is fine. And the whole thing was under $20. Okay, and today's reading comes from Romans chapter 1 and verse 16, and that says, I'm not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God for the salvation of everyone who believes, first for the Jew and then for the Gentile. So as you can see, conditions have changed a bit, getting a bit darker. We're just before, probably if we've got half an hour of daylight left, we'll be lucky. So I've just started doing dinner. Got the peas, they're cooked up. Potatoes are all I put up, pan's been on, and we'll get them cooked. So I don't think it's going to be the warmest night I've ever spent here. Mind you, there's one trip I had out here a few years ago now, and I was out for 9 days, and it rained and snowed for half of that, and the other half I was busy warming up and getting things dry. Okay, so getting on with the next bit. Remember, use the old side cutters with the multi-tool, so don't burn your hands. And they're smelling really quite good. We're starting to get there. Righto, let's give them a look. Might be just about ready by now. That is car and fire. That's brilliant. Yeah. Right, now for our steak. I'm looking forward to this. Still a little bit frozen, but that's okay. And in she goes. Okay, the time has come. And I am really quite hungry. So we'll get into it. I'll leave that there. Leave that sizzle. And here's the steak. And on with the potatoes. And here are the peas. They look alright too. Haven't had any of these surprise peas for quite a few years. My friend and I went up the Reapia trout fishing, went 3 days up there, and took some surprise peas with us to go with the trout, and they came out like shotgun pellets. The worst things I think I've ever tasted. But anyway, tonight they look pretty good. I'll leave you to it, and probably see you in the morning. It's getting pretty dark, getting a bit cold, so I'll enjoy my steak, and see you then. One of the things I love doing, and to me it's a real privilege, you wake up early and I put the billy on, make a cup of tea, and then lie back in the sleeping bag, and the door of the tent is open and I can watch the day wake up. As we see here, it's a bit misty first thing here at the Oxbow this morning, but it's a beautiful way to start the day. So there you can see the temperature isn't tropical, but it's not bad. And we swing that round and with the sun coming through, and we'll pan across around the area. There's that ridge line with the trees all in the fog there. Looks pretty cool actually. And then we get down to come down to the top, and that steam there's from a cup of tea. Lovely. Okay, just show the power of the sun. It's one of the reasons I love being out here too. I showed you this ridge on that last shot, and by the time I'd cooked my breakfast and eaten it, the sun had shifted all that fog. There's still some across the river there in the peaks, but that'll lift very shortly. Well, hi everyone. As you can see, we're not at Kirapaponga. In actual fact, I'm sat in my barbecue area at home at the moment, and this is a week later from the last video you saw up at the campsite. All went well. For a start, I had a great night. I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But had a bit of a sore throat. Woke up in the morning with a raging chest infection, and so packed it in and came home. It's taken me a week so far, and I'm still not anywhere near well. So it was the right decision. However, enough waffling on about me and health problems. To talk about the short time I was there, I had hoped to be there for a good couple of days and make a couple of other videos up there as well as, but not to be. However, the positives to take out of it, we were testing out that bit of gear, and that went very, very well. About 10 o'clock at night, we were down to 8 degrees inside the tent, and I was really quite toasty. The our sleeping bag went very, very well. At about 3 in the morning, we were down to 2 degrees Celsius inside the tent, and I was still quite warm. My feet were just starting to cool down, but nothing that was really out of the way. The sleeping mat, the R5, which this one here, it is really good. Very pleased with it. As I said before, it comes with its own a bag to blow it up with, so you're not huffing and puffing. And that coupled or paired with the sleeping bag worked very, very well. And again, a big shout out. This is the Traverse Ranfurly. A big shout out to the guys at Fishing and Hunting, and especially James. He was the guy who looked after me and made sure that everything was right. The service was first class, so that's good stuff. And I don't get a handout from these guys for saying this. It's just good to be able to support the local companies. So, where do we go to from here? Well, we're going to go back out again, obviously, get myself well and give it a proper test. But initially, I've got to say that the system worked very, very well indeed. So I was very, very pleased with that. Yeah, we'll just see how we go. It'll be a few weeks before I get completely right again, because I do have some other underlying health issues. So as soon as I get a chest infection, it can get very serious very quickly. So anyway, enough of that. So I'm sorry we didn't get the full video and the full trip, but I think you'd have to call it a couple of days camping, yeah, nah. But we'll catch up with you fairly soon and do another one, and take this gear back out again and redo it. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Don't forget to ride free, and of course, God bless.